This is Nissan in Game Live, along with Ron Jaworski. I'm Michael Barkann. Eagles trailing 19-17 in Sao Paulo, Brazil, to the Green Bay Packers. Jaws, first things first, the field's a disgrace. I know it's a soccer field and it's not meant for the type of football that they're playing, but the field's a mess. Both teams are slip sliding away. But I just wanted to get that off my
you're right.
chest.
It's reminiscent of Super Bowl and where the field is awful in Phoenix. And I think to a certain degree cost the Eagles an opportunity to win a world championship. But this just is bad.
Yeah.
Receivers are falling down. Offensive linemen can't block. Guys like Saquon Barkley have unbelievable balance. They're slipping and sliding around. This game reminds me of just an okay preseason game. It's been sloppy football on both sides of the ball. Kind of preseason-like to me.
I call it rust never sleeps.
You're right.
I see the rust on the field. And let's start with Jalen Hurts.
We're going to get back to this. I know you're going to mention Jalen Hurts. Why don't these guys play in the preseason?
I've had a lot of questions about that.
I guess it's okay for Patrick Mahomes to play, but it's not okay for Jalen Hurts to play. Then they come out and the first ball is like, a dead duck down the middle of the field, intercepted. A horrible decision to throw the football. 3 defenders on the receiver. He's trying to stick it in there. Then the snap wasn't his fault, but, there's a preseason feel to it when we can't even quarterback center exchanging the shotgun the proper way.
Whose fault was that, by the way?
I think it was Cam Jurgens' fault. But, hey, who really knows? Only those
because the line was moving. So I thought because the line was moving coordinated fashion and Hurts is back there unawares, I didn't know what it was. But he was scolding Jurgens.
And actually, you got to be careful of that too. These cameras now are everywhere.
I was surprised to see it.
Now here's a guy that's getting his first start at center in the National Football League. He's playing the right guard last year. He formerly a center, but still, don't call the guy out. Don't embarrass. I've always believed the good coaches tell their quarterback, hey, even if it's your fault, take the blame. Take the blame. That's how you win your guys over. Take the blame. Don't be calling the guy out on national TV on a prime Friday night game.
Yeah, I thought that was in a very bad form, and we'll talk more about that certainly in the postgame show. Hopefully the Eagles overcome that, but I didn't like to see it. When you look at the quarterback play by Jalen Hurts, decision-making and some of the other things that he did and did not do. His passer rating is 80.5. He's 14 of 22, 154 yards, sacked once.
I thought the second quarter he was tremendous. And actually, I like the way their tempo is right now. Kellen Moore is an outstanding play caller. And we talked to him in the pregame show. He's got a great history and track record in Dallas with, what they've done in Dallas, what he's done with the Chargers. And the quarterbacks he's had, from Dak Prescott to Justin Herbert, those guys developed under Kellen Moore. And, you could just see he gets the play in quick. I think Nick Sirianni holding that play call sheet, looking in, damn clock's going tick, 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 and you get the damn play in, Kellen Moore is sharp. The plays are coming in. It's giving Jalen a lot of time at the line of scrimmage. He's getting in and out of plays. I've been impressed with that part of the operation now, the fact they're getting in and out of the huddle, getting to the line of scrimmage, and for the most part, the play calling has been outstanding.
And it seems like it's still simple as much as it's fooled Green Bay. There was one play, Will Shipley coming out of the backfield. He's looking for the ball, and everybody slides over to him, and Devontae Smith's wide open for about 12 yards down the field. And it was simple, but it worked.
Yeah, and I think there were some good things that Jalen did as well. He looked some people off, some eye manipulation, and make people move away from where he wanted to go with the football. I think that part of his game was very good. I felt in that second quarter, the rhythm, the tempo started going. I would still like to see Saquon Barkley get more touches. You can see when he gets going, I mean, he's a real answer. He's an answer to any question marks defense further. He can answer them. Obviously he's got 2 touchdowns already, one running, one receiving. Great route, great play design on the touchdown that he got him matched inside against the linebacker. He's going to run by anybody. So again, Kellen Moore, good design on that play.
Yeah, liked it. Let's talk a little bit about the Eagles defense. And on the one hand, I think they did a great job, especially in the first quarter when Jalen Hurts had tossed up the ball and gotten the INT, held in the field goals the first couple of possessions. 5 different lead changes in the first half, by the way. But they also got victimized for big gains and touchdowns. How did you look at
and Gardner Johnson's got to be better in that last touchdown play. I mean, he's a free safety in the middle of the field. He got eye manipulated away from where the quarterback wanted to go with the football, where Love wanted to throw the football. He looked left. He made CJ GJ go to his right, which left wide receiver wide open and lots of green grass in front of an easy touchdown pass. So we've given up too many explosive plays on the defensive side, but I think overall the defense has played really well. And you said it, particularly those first 2 drives, they held the Packers to 2 field goals rather than 2 touchdowns, which made a big difference.
And then number 17, Nakobe Dean, right in the chops.
Oh, catch the damn ball.
Gone. We're talking about a different score. We're talking about 24-19 Eagles potentially.
Love goes back-to-back. There was 2 ill-advised balls that should have been intercepted. Each of those were easy interceptions. We didn't get them. Next play, they get a big touchdown play.
The other side, back to Jalen Hurts and the offensive line. Cam Jurgens, the center, we talked about that, played right guard last year, and then you put in Mekhi Becton at right guard this year with Jurgens sliding to center. What kind of pressure did you think they faced from Green Bay, and was the line solid enough for your liking? Because it did seem like Jalen Hurts was on the run a little bit.
No, he ran because he decided to run. It's kind of the problem I've always had with Jalen since he's been in Philadelphia. It's maybe the one issue that keeps rearing its ugly head. He's got to be a better progression reader. If 1 comes open, he's phenomenal. But if 2 and 3, he's waiting, and all of a sudden the pressure gets to him. He's got to be quicker getting through his progression. I thought when play design was there, he was very good, but he's got to go to 2, 3, and even 4 if it's necessary. I thought he held on the ball too long and then was taking off.
All right, we look ahead to the second half. Eagles trailing 19-17 to the Packers. What would you like to see Kellen Moore do? How much of this first half is rust in your view? How much better can they get in the second half, the Eagles?
Yeah, I would probably say about 75% rust. I thought it was sloppy football on both sides of the ball. And actually, you started out this talk at halftime about the field. You could tell it's atrocious. And it's an embarrassment to the NFL once again. You go down there and showed this game to the world, and all of a sudden, these guys are all on the sideline changing their cleats after one series on each side.
The ref hurt his calf, for goodness sakes.
Well, that's the most
important
judge.
I know they're playing with.
We can't lose the back judge.
You lose the back judge.
You know that.
They're playing an official down.
But I think overall the Eagles were awful in that first quarter. I thought they were very good in the second quarter. I think you'll see the team begin to build a little bit. Maybe, just maybe, Nick will learn. You got to play some of these guys in the preseason a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. And I know that you risk injury, but you also...
We risk injury going down the stairs.
Yeah, especially me. But the potential...
Especially me.
But I'll catch you. But the potential gains to be had if you play these guys, you're right. It looked like a preseason game. A little more polished, but not much.
And more people in the stands. That's about doing a difference.
Yeah. Reminder, clock hits 0. We've got Eagles post-game live with Ron Jaworski, Ruben Frank, and Barrett Brooks, talking about a big Eagles come from behind win. We hope so. We'll see you then. This has been Nissan Endgame Live.